With its dizzying metropolises, blissful islands and immense national parks, not to mention a legendary cuisine, Vietnam tops many travelers' bucket lists. The highlights of the country are innumerable, but there are some spots that simply can't be skipped. Here's our list of the top places to visit in Vietnam. Ho Chi Minh City, increasingly international but still unmistakable Vietnamese. Former Saigon has visceral energy that will delight big city devotees. HCMC doesn't inspire neutrality. You'll either be drawn into its thrilling vortex and hypnotized by the perpetual whir of its orbiting motorbikes, or you'll find the whole experience overwhelming, and some visitors seem to be perpetually seesawing between the two. Dive in and you'll be rewarded with a wealth of history, the War Remnants Museum an essential stop, delicious food and a vibrant nightlife that ranges from beers on street corners to swanky cocktail lounges. The heat is always on in Saigon. Loosen your collar and enjoy. Sapa, established as a hill station by the French colonialists in 1922, Sapa today is the tourism center of the Northwest. Sapa is oriented to make the most of the spectacular views emerging on clear days. It overlooks a plunging valley, with mountains towering above on all sides. Views are often subdued by thick mist rolling across the peaks, but even when it's cloudy, local hill tribe people fill the town with color. If you were expecting a quaint alpine town, recalibrate your expectations. Modern tourism development has seen Sapa's skyline continually thrust upwards. But you're not here to hang out in town. This is northern Vietnam's premier trekking base, from where hikers launch themselves into a surrounding countryside of cascading rice terraces and tiny hill tribe villages that seem a world apart. Once you've stepped out into the lush fields, you'll understand the Sapa area's real charm. Halong Bay's stunning combination of karst limestone peaks and sheltered, shimmering seas is one of Vietnam's top tourist draws, but with more than 2,000 different islands, there's plenty of superb scenery to go around. Definitely book an overnight cruise and make time for your own special moments on this World Heritage wonder. Rise early for an ethereal misty dawn, or pilot a kayak into grottos and lagoons. Prefer your karst landscapes a little less crowded? Try the less touristy but equally spectacular Lan Ha Bay, located a little way to the south, or Bai Tu Long, to the north. Historic Hoi An is Vietnam's most atmospheric and charming town. Once a major port, it boasts a grand architecture and beguiling riverside setting that befit its heritage. The face of the old town has preserved its incredible legacy of tottering Japanese merchant houses, elaborate Chinese guild halls, and ancient tea warehouses. Though, of course, residents and rice fields have been gradually replaced by tourist businesses. Lounge bars, boutique hotels, travel agents, a glut of tailor shops and vast numbers of daily tourists are very much part of the scene here. If it gets too much, hop on a bike to explore the town's outskirts and pristine surrounds, where you'll find that life moves at a much more sedate pace. Hanoi, Vietnam's capital, is a city with one foot buried in a fascinating past, while the other strides confidently towards tomorrow. Sample Hanoi's heady mix of history and ambition by wandering the streets of the old quarter, sipping an egg coffee prepared with egg yolks, or slurping on a hearty bowl of Bun Ryu Kua, a sour crab noodle soup, while watching businessmen breakfast on noodles or play chess with goateed grandfathers. When you're done, check out the crumbling decadence of the French Quarter, then zip up the cosmopolitan Tay Ho for fine dining options and the lowdown on Hanoi's growing art scene. Welcome to Da Nang. Nowhere in Vietnam is changing as fast as Da Nang. For decades, it had a reputation as a quiet provincial town, but big changes are ongoing. Stroll along the Han riverfront and you'll find gleaming new modernist hotels, and apartments and restaurants are emerging. Spectacular bridges now span the river, and in the north of the city, the landmark New Di City is rising from the flatlands. Venture south and the entire Da Nang beach strip is booming with hotel and resort developments.